Good afternoon, everyone. How are you guys?
Good, thank
Hi,
you.
good afternoon.
Good, good. So today we're going to train you regarding the WHS policies and procedures. That were some incidents happen from the last few weeks. And this concern about the WHS matters. I observed some staff have failed to comply with the WHS policy and procedures. So this training will promote the work safety and health at workplace. So that is why we are having the training. So yeah,
Yes, you're right. We understand why we have to do it training.
okay. So first, I'm going to train you regarding the electrical wire that you got damaged due to frequently move of the equipment, and it doesn't have regular check more than 6 months. And if it is good condition or safe to use all the electrical equipment, so it can cause electric shock or electrocuted. So regarding with this issue, I have to always check all the electrical equipment in the kitchen or have the visual check if it is in a good condition or in a proper position to prevent the issues or problem. So when you de- when you see the some actions, mm, so we can write a report to this if you can see. So every year you have to make sure all of the electrical equipment have a check up, and from your need, I think you need engineering controls to contact them to have a check the equipment at least twice a year or within 6 months. Understand?
Yes.
Yes, that's good. So another one in the kitchen section, I observed that as per checking, the chemical storage is untidy and some of the chemical has leaked and spilled on the storing. So then no one fixed it. So did not put the right chemicals in the right spray bottle or container and doesn't have labels. So this can be contaminated in the food or anything that can cause hazards. So all of the chemicals should be on the right spray bottle so that we can easy to access or recognize with the chemicals. So anything we want to use. So make sure the chemical is tidy, and we have the MSDS that you can refer to do that we found in a cabinet close to the chemical area. So and this procedure also includes the criteria for assessment report risk. So the person to complete the hazard identification checklist as a per hazard identification and recording procedure must complete the risk assessment at the same time. So first, identify the hazard. Yeah, that's one of the procedure. Then identify the associated risk, hazard present, and identify the likelihood of the risk occurring, and identify the consequences, and ensure all the staff are fully aware of the follow the risk procedure checklist. And then you should always determine how employees might be at risk occurring. Next, assign the risk score. Then apply the hierarchy of controls to make recommendations to eliminate or reduce the hazard. And risk assessment procedure checklist is reported and logged with the top immediately after completion. So ensure the risk assessment and checklist is forwarded by email to the WHS advisor uh, and WHS. So make sure all of these procedure checklists must follow. Okay, let's proceed to the next. You have any questions so far? No? Okay.
I'm fine.
Let's proceed to the next report and risk assessment and reporting procedure of um, Chef Andrew and uh, Chef Carlos about the non-compliance. So first, they did not check the CCTV is located in inappropriate areas and and recording 24/7. So it is back up daily in the trans area in the kitchen CCTV. So it doesn't work. So with this case, CCTV make sure are all functioning. And if you have concern all, you should report this in the engineering department to fix this issue. Next is alcohol is located in a lock cage, accessible only by the executive chef, but the lock is not working, so you can open it without a key. And then this one for the CCTV monitor, I think we should call the security or the IT services as well to check the cameras are working properly. And the other issue is alcohol, located in a cage, accessible only by executive chef, but the lock is not working. That's what. So no one reported this because some of the expensive stuff here might get stolen, and it should be replaced a new one regarding with this issue and business management and reporting. So you will need to identify a hazard risk and likelihood consequence and risk score associated with it. Then apply the hierarchy controls to eliminate the reduce the risk. Once finished, make sure to double check the supervisor on the risk assessment that you have filled and make any necessary changes. After that, report it and then send it to the WHS advisor and committee. Got it? Right?
Yes, got it.
Okay. So this procedure and checklist also, it includes the identification and reporting hazards and security management in the work area. Check all emergency exits and doorways are free of any boxes are accessible. And also check fire extinguisher blankets are intact within the date and the correct location. You must also check also flooring is safe from a slip and tripping hazard and is undamaged. And check first aid kits are fully stocked and items are within the date. And also check all the electrical equipment has been tested and check and the tag within the last 6 months. And check all the chemical are stored and are labeled correctly as per the MSDS. So this is one of the problem, aware of the one of the issues that the incident happened a couple of weeks ago. So next is check the fire panels to ensure that no areas have been isolated. Check the equipment for the functionality and appropriate guards are in the place where required. Check all the storage area, including the fridge and freezer, and are free from boxes and rubbish, power leads, or any possible tripping hazards. For this case, we don't have a problem at all. So check the inert gas alarm functionality, and also check alarms in cold areas functioning correctly. Check the gas bottles are secured correctly and undamaged. Check all the kitchen equipment is off before all the equipment must be off before the restaurant totally closed. And check the smoke detector is working because sometimes we have uh, too much smoke inside the kitchen. The smoke detector will be alarmed. So manually handling guidelines are posted in the kitchen surrounds as a reminder staff. And harassment and discrimination information there hosted in the kitchen surrounds reminding staff of the restaurant zero tolerance policy. And the hazard identification checklist is reported and logged on to the TAP immediately after compilation. Ensuring the hazard identification checklist is forwarded by email to the WHS advisor and the WHS committee chair at the time of the hazard identification process. Alcohol is located in a lock cage accessible only by executive chefs. That is what I've been discussed earlier. And the gas bottle are chained is and secured to the premises. Cold room and freezer have appropriate locks attached and are in a working order. And all the key is held by executive chef only. Kitchen back door is locked and only accessible via authorized swipe card. And also make sure small canister are located in secure storage area accessible only by executive chef as well. So expensive food commodities located in a secure storage are accessible only by the executive chef. Kitchen keys to be held by the executive chef as well. Right. Check the windows and doors unlocked before leaving the restaurant. Having a sufficient light on around the workplace. Computer or laptop is locked to the desk, has individual logon and password requirements. Contact the detail of an site security spotless and posted around the kitchen area and staff are aware when to contact them. And make sure all the CCTV is located in appropriate areas and monitoring and recording 24/7 and is backed up daily. So this is one of our issue as well that we need to check and implement as soon as possible. But we have an issue as well regarding to the windows a week ago in the kitchen. So one of the window is not locked. So this is also one to take action of this so that all of the windows and doors at the end of the closing restaurant must be locked. And I will add this to write a report. Right, Santiago? Okay,
Right.
guys. You have any questions?
Um, yes, I have a question. So regarding with the security concern, I would like to know who's in charge to handling of the case.
Okay. I see. So it depends on type of the keys. For example, the key of the lock cage in the kitchen, and also for the what to call this, the some of the exclusive keys is only for the executive chef. But if the executive chef is RDO or is an off, maybe it will goes to the assistant executive chef.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
Any question?
Yes, regarding with chemical bottle spray, what if there's not a Bible bottle for the right kind of chemical? Where can we fill it?
Oh, that's a very good question. So with that case, you can use any containers or spray bottle to make sure, but you have to make sure there's a label on it to recognize and easy to access by everyone.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
So John, I have another question.
Yes, Kate.
So the person assigned to complete the hazard identification checklist as per the hazard identification and recording procedure must complete the risk assessment at the same time.
Oh yes, absolutely, Kate. Yes, that's right.
Oh, I see. Thank you, John.
Okay. Do you have any question?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, guys. Thank you for your time for today. Thank you, guys. Make sure we implement this training as soon as possible. So especially those who are failed for compliance, and be more responsible regarding the policies and procedure of WHS. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.